year ago, humanoid robots could barely wave their arms on stage. Now they're doing drunken fist kung fu in front of 1 billion viewers, and nobody's holding the controller. Let's talk about what just happened. At China's Spring Festival Gala, G1 humanoid robots took the stage alongside children and delivered a full martial arts routine. We're talking drunken fist, a style that demands staggering, unpredictable movement, followed by explosive strikes. We're talking nunchucks, spinning staffs, parkour flips. These weren't pre-recorded clips or carefully edited demos. This was happening live, in real time, in front of the largest TV audience on Earth. And here's the part that matters most. Every single robot was operating autonomously. No remote controls, no operators backstage with joysticks. Each G1 was running on onboard AI, coordinating with the rest of the group through swarm intelligence. They had to nail the timing, maintain balance, and stay in sync with each other throughout the entire performance. One stumble on that stage, and it becomes a national-level embarrassment. Not a single robot faltered. But Unitree didn't stop there. They also brought out the H2, their latest full-sized humanoid. It walked on stage wearing full Monkey King armor, one of the most legendary figures in Chinese mythology. The H2 was carrying a sword, riding atop Unitree's B2W robot dogs that were designed to look like the Monkey King's mythical cloud. It showed up at both the main Beijing venue and the Yiwu sub-venue to deliver symbolic New Year greetings. The whole thing felt cinematic. Now, one smart detail. The H2 was kept at a distance from the children because of the sword, but the smaller G1 robots, they were performing right next to kids. That's a deliberate choice, and a bold one. These robots have had safety incidents before. Placing them inches away from children on live national television is Unitree essentially saying, we trust our safety systems now. And given what was at stake, that confidence clearly paid off. Unitree also dropped behind-the-scenes footage showing the G1s going through rehearsals, practicing choreography, adjusting timing, preparing for the real thing. What looked effortless during the broadcast was obviously the result of serious testing and iteration behind closed doors. Here's what makes the progress hit harder. Rewind to 2025. The same event, same stage. Unitree sent 16 of their larger H1 robots to perform a traditional folk dance. At the time, it felt impressive. But looking at it now, the movements were rigid. Basic arm lifts and leg shifts. Nothing that felt natural. Compare that to what the G1s just did. Fluid martial arts, sharp spins, explosive kicks, and the leap is staggering. Unitree put it simply, in 1 year, they went from robots to something that moves like a human. Hard to argue with that when you see both performances back to back. And the price point is part of the story too. The G1 base model starts at roughly $16,000. For a humanoid robot, that's shockingly accessible. The versions performing at the gala were likely higher spec builds closer to $60,000, but even that is a fraction of what most companies charge for this kind of hardware. What's your take? Are we actually at that tipping point, or is this still just impressive theater? Drop your thoughts below. And if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear this. If you enjoy staying updated on AI and humanoid robot news, there's a way to get even more by joining the NextGen AI community on Patreon. AI and robotics are moving incredibly fast, and it's not always possible to cover every single update quickly on YouTube. So on Patreon, I share early access to upcoming videos, faster updates on major developments, and deeper analysis on big stories, along with extra topics that don't always make it into the main uploads. It's the best place to stay ahead, get more frequent updates. If you want all the extra insights and benefits, you can become a member using the link in the description. Unitree's G1 robot just learned how to skateboard, and it did not happen under controlled conditions with safety rails and hidden support systems. G1 is pushing humanoid robotics into real-world extremes, and the shift is happening faster than expected. The Unitree G1 became the first humanoid robot in history to skateboard in the real world. This happened on February 6th, 2026, when researchers from China introduced a new control framework known as Husky. The system, formally titled Humanoid Skateboarding System via physics-aware whole-body control, was designed specifically to solve the complex physics of balancing and steering on a moving board. While the name sounds highly technical, the purpose behind it is surprisingly straightforward. Give the robot a mathematically grounded understanding of how its entire body interacts with the skateboard and the ground beneath it. The G1 itself is a compact humanoid, just over 4 feet tall and weighing around 35 kilograms. Depending on the version, it carries dozens of joint motors that allow it to move with smooth, human-like flexibility. But skateboarding demands constant balance and precise weight control. The Husky system links the robot's body lean directly to how the skateboard turns, so every shift produces a predictable response. Behind the scenes, complex math keeps everything stable, but in motion, it looks natural. Be honest, did you ever expect a humanoid robot to skateboard this smoothly this soon? Comment below and tell me your reaction. To master this, the G1 trained inside a virtual physics world where thousands of simulations ran simultaneously. Years of trial and error were compressed into hours. Once the digital model accurately matched the real skateboard, the learned skills transferred into the physical world. Using internal body sensing rather than relying heavily on cameras, the G1 pushes off, balances on one leg, and adjusts posture in real time across indoor floors, asphalt, and uneven walkways. And just when the skateboarding looked like the headline moment, the G1 went somewhere no humanoid had gone before. In early 2026, the robot was deployed to the Altai region of Xinjiang, where temperatures plunged to negative 47.4 degrees Celsius. This was not a laboratory simulation or a controlled winter chamber. It was open terrain buried in deep snow, with freezing wind and surfaces that could easily destabilize most machines. In those extreme conditions, the G1 walked autonomously for more than 130,000 steps, becoming the first humanoid robot to complete a long-distance mission in such severe cold. But the demonstration did not stop at endurance. Using China's Beidou navigation satellite system for centimeter-level positioning, the robot precisely carved a 186-meter Olympic emblem into the snow. From above, the symbol was clearly visible. It was not just survival. It was calculated precision under environmental stress. The G1 did not remain inside research labs for long. After a stage performance in late 2025 went viral worldwide, even drawing public praise from Elon Musk, the robot's visibility expanded far beyond the robotics community. By February 2026, that momentum carried the G1 onto one of the largest entertainment platforms in the world, China's Spring Festival Gala. The annual broadcast is watched by hundreds of millions of viewers, making it one of the most widely viewed television events globally. This was not a controlled engineering showcase or a closed-door industry demo. The G1 performed live under stage lights in front of a national audience during a major cultural celebration. A humanoid robot appearing at such a high-profile event highlights a clear shift. These machines are no longer confined to research institutions. They are stepping directly into mainstream culture and public life. If Elon Musk praised this robot publicly, does that signal a bigger competition coming in humanoid robotics? Share your thoughts in the comments. But the real acceleration is happening on the software side. In 2025, Unitree introduced adaptive motion optimization, giving the G1 smoother and more controlled movements for detailed household tasks, like loading a dishwasher or opening a refrigerator. A later firmware update added a hands-on training mode inside the Unitree Explore app, allowing users to physically guide movements that the robot can learn within minutes without coding. Researchers have even trained it to dribble and shoot a basketball using AI motion learning systems, starting at $16,000. With over 5,500 humanoid units shipped in 2025 alone, the G1 is no longer just a research project. It is scaling as a real product. And this is only the beginning. We are watching humanoid robotics shift from controlled demonstrations to real-world deployment in real time. What began as balance control experiments is now evolving into endurance missions, live performances, and intelligent software systems that adapt quickly. And if this is where the G1 stands today, the next generation of humanoid robots may arrive faster than anyone expects.